Doctor was obsessed with the unreachable. Years, no decades of his life had been poured into the humming, whirring behemoth that now dominated his garage. Wires snaked across the floor like metallic serpents, feeding into the polished obsidian sphere at the machine's heart. He called it the dimensional bridge, but his colleagues, the few who knew about it, just called him crazy. Tonight he would prove them wrong. He adjusted the dials, each click echoing in the tense silence. The air grew thick, charged with static. His eyes, usually sharp and focused, were glazed with exhaustion and manic excitement. This was it, the culmination of everything. He threw the master switch, the machine roared to life. The obsidian sphere pulsed with an inner light, the energy humming around it intensifying until it vibrated the very bones in his chest. The air shimmered in front of the sphere, twisting, distorting. A rent appeared, a tear in the fabric of reality itself. A portal. It was smaller than he'd hoped, barely 3 feet across, but it throbbed with an alien geometry, an impossible depth that both fascinated and repelled. Swirling, unlike anything on Earth, danced within its confines. The air crackled with an unholy energy. Stood, mesmerized, taking notes in a trembling hand. He had done it. He had breached the barrier. Then something moved. From the swirling chaos within the portal, a clawed hand emerged. Black, slick, and dripping with a viscous, unknown substance. It gripped the edge of the portal, its talons scraping against the obsidian with a sound that sent shards of ice down spine. Dread, cold and suffocating, slammed into him. This T-science anymore. This was something else. The hand pulled, another followed. Then a grotesque head crowned with jagged horns pushed through. It was a nightmare made flesh, a creature sculpted from shadow and malice. Its eyes, burning embers of crimson, locked onto. A guttural growl like the grinding of tectonic plates ripped from its throat. It was a sound that spoke not of communication, but of hunger and dominion. The demon, for that's what it undoubtedly was, squeezed the rest of its colossal form through the portal, the machine groaning under the strain. It stood easily 8 feet tall, wreathed in an aura of fear. The portal flickered and threatened to collapse. Scrambled backward, knocking over tools and equipment. His carefully constructed theories, his meticulous calculations, crumbled into dust before the terrifying reality of what he had unleashed. Back he managed to croak, his voice barely audible above the clanging of metal. He grabbed a wrench, raising it as a pathetic against the monstrous being. I can close the portal." The demon tilted its head, a gesture that seemed almost mocking. Then it lunged, screamed. The wrench flew from his hand. He saw the demon's claw descending, the stench of ozone and decay filling his nostrils. He closed his eyes, bracing for oblivion, but oblivion didn't come. Instead, a wave of nausea washed over him, followed by an agonizing burning sensation coursing through his veins. The demon recoiled, screeching in pain as a stream of energy poured from, striking it with blinding force. He didn't understand it, but something inside him, some dormant power, had awakened. He glared at the demon, fear battling with a terrifying resolve. He had opened a door he should never have touched. Now he had to find a way to close it, even if it meant destroying himself in the process. The battle for his life and perhaps the world had just begun.